Good morning. I will talk about Trump and global warming. But first I want to insult some viewers. I used to do this a lot in the past. I haven't done it for some time and I miss it. So this is my insult. It's for those of you who think that this channel is like a news show. So you come here for the news. And then if you hear something that you already knew about, then maybe you will complain about it. So here's the deal. I'm not really talking to you, you see. To be honest, I don't give an F about you, really. We probably agree on a lot of things, so what's the point? So we agree on a lot of things, and we want to agree on some more things? That's really boring, I think. It's not interesting. So I'm talking to people who just started to ask questions. I'm really trying to reach the obedient morons. See? I'm not talking to people like Dave Rubin. Dave Rubin and I, we probably agree on a lot of things. So why should we discuss things? It's not interesting. I'm talking to people like Piers Morgan. He's an obedient moron. He's starting to ask some questions, I believe. I'm trying to reach people like Piers Morgan. That's more interesting. That's a challenge. Right? Much more of a challenge, too. I mean, people are obedient morons. They don't want to be informed even. That's a challenge. That's interesting. We disagree on a lot of things. Maybe most of the things. We disagree. Those are the people I want to talk to. See? You're very welcome to watch this channel, of course. Right? But stop complaining about the stories. Right? I'm not talking to you. You know, I think this is why people talk about the weather. I think the obedient people, they are very interested in talking about the weather because they will get agreements from people. You know, I'm starting to disagree with people who talk to me about the weather just because it's more interesting. They say, "Oh, it's very cold today," and I say, "No, it's not." You know, I don't think so. And then they get nervous because they anticipated agreement. I was supposed to say, "Oh yeah, it's cold. It's very cold. Oh yeah." I said, "No, it's not. It's much more fun, you see." Yeah, I know. I don't have many friends. All right, so about Trump and the climate, the global warming thing. So they had this climate summit in Brazil, and it was really bad. This is what I understand. Really terrible, this summit. And I read this is from the BBC. That's right. They say this: in 3 decades of these meetings aimed at forging global consensus, there it is. Consensus, that's agreement, of course. Boring people, they like agreements, I think. All right, so they say this. In 3 decades of these meetings aimed at forging global consensus on how to prevent and deal with global warming, this will go down as among the most divisive. Well, I think it's interesting they say this. Must mean that this was a really bad summit. Because BBC, they was, "Oh, we are all in agreement, all of us. We're just one big happy family here. We agree." So they say, no, this was not good. They say, the summit was a reality check on just how much global consensus is broken down over what to do about climate change. So it's really bad, this one, which I like, of course. It's really good news that this summit was terrible. And I don't know if BBC did this, but I saw somebody else do it. They blame Trump for it. Now I'm thinking about Trump, and I think he must feel really very, very good these days and very strong because he's blamed for a lot of things, right? He is basically God, isn't he? See, they blame him for all kinds of things. And that's the idea of a God, of course. You have a God, you can blame God for it. You did very well, you won a race or something, you won a match, and you say, well, thank you, God. Right? Or there was something bad happened, somebody got sick, somebody died. Or they say, well, you know, it was God who did it. So that's my point. Trump must feel very strong these days because of all the people blaming him for all kinds of things. When this happens to me, I feel strong, empowered. I have people who do this, like my girlfriend's sister and brother. I'm probably exaggerating a bit now, but I think they blame me for all kinds of things. They have different problems. They get sick or something, and it's my fault. No, really, I don't think so. But I see this actually happening. And when this happens, when people blame me for things that I have nothing to do with, I just take it as a compliment. See, oh, you believe that I'm this strong? Wow. Yeah, I probably am. I can make your life into a mess. You know, I'm that strong. You see, I'm that powerful. So it's good news basically when people blame me or anyone for things I have nothing to do with. So that's my point. Trump must feel like a god these days. Now he's blamed for this. People disagreeing in Brazil. And it's Trump's fault. See? All right. Be good.